Today we're talking about Drake, Scottie Pippens Divorce, Jay-Z, Serial, Shirlene Quigley, and Q's with their butts out on today's Headlines with Headliners.
You're not supposed to dance at the first part. It's this part.
Anytime I hear music, I naturally dance. It was the pre-creep. Hey. Headliners with headliners tonight.
I wonder if this song is doing more numbers now than it's ever done. Like, I know.
Yeah.
You know, because we played off stream. We give it a stream a week.
Yeah.
Give it a stream a week. Do you listen to the song at any other time?
Yeah. It's some hoe-ass dudes, and no, that's not me. I'm kicking in Kanisha and Tehran Von Ghasri. We in the building getting it on BHL. I try to tell you because it's hot in here like hell. No AC, and I'm sweating in the building. Finna take a drink of this, and I'm straight up chilling. What up, y'all? Hey, I might as well introduce myself. I am Nate Jackson, the man with the plan for Wildin' Out on Thursday nights on MTV, and I'm here with two beautiful people. Introduce yourself.
I am Tehran Von Ghasri. Actually, that's how you can find me at I am Tehran Von Ghasri all across the social media atmosphere. And find me Mondays and Thursdays with the Laugh Factory, and of course,
The Diva.
the lovely,
The Diva.
the lovely,
The Dime.
Hey everybody, it is your girl Kanisha Buss, and you can find me at All Dev Digital or on Sirius XM and on all social media outlets at Kanisha is Comedy.
Yes, she is. So what y'all been up to, man? I missed last week's show.
Real quick, last week's show
Yes.
actually hit over 2,000, like the most, like it hit over 2,000 more views than usual. And I don't want to say it's because
I was
you
gone
weren't here, but Nate,
Maybe that's why.
like organic.
Do you have any
chemistry.
other things that may have helped the analytics? In
No,
that
actually,
way?
I have no idea why
It
so
just
many more
hit.
people, over 2,000 more views than we usually get. So
We had a really strong thumbnail for last week's show. I saw it.
the Compton thing.
That was it.
But there's been other thumbnails that I thought would pop off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Compton.
Yes, yeah, Surviving Compton.
You
was
think
the-
people are just sitting there Googling Compton all
Yes.
the time?
I think that, yeah, I mean, Michelle Lay got a lifetime deal or something like that with them because the content was so solid. You get to see a whole nother angle of something. And clearly, showing other angles of stories is a hot topic. We'll get into that a little later in the show.
Let's go for
But
it.
Yes.
let's get into story number one. Lots of words on story number one, so bear with me. Two birds, one stone isn't just a cliche anymore. It is a diss track by Drake. That's right, the sensitive heartthrob has directed towards Young Money, Good Music beef. His targets seem to be former half of the group Clips and current Good Music president Pusha T, one-time good friend and current rehab resident Kid Cudi, with lines like, "But really it's you with all the drug dealer stories. That's gotta stop though. You make a couple of chops, now you think you El Chapo." Directed at Pusha T in response to his HGTV diss. The beef is heating up. However, people on social media have taken exception to Drake talking about Kid Cudi, given his current status.
Yeah, Kid
Thoughts?
Cudi's in rehab right now, and
Yeah.
people are really upset that Drake included Kid Cudi in the stuff because Kid Cudi's not in a place to defend himself or getting his life back together. And I don't even know where this beef stemmed from. It stemmed from Kid Cudi having words and things to say about Drake at the time, saying he basically fathered Drake's style in a lot of way. And that was years ago.
Yeah,
it was,
it was.
a year, 2 years ago.
I mean,
now.
they're boys. Look at the picture.
They were boys.
They were boys.
I mean, to the point where Drake used to shout out Cudi on tracks that he wasn't even on.
Yeah.
He'd shout out Cudi.
You know, here's the problem. Drake is a picture-taking dude.
Yes, he is.
Like, he has pictures with everybody in the industry, so when the beef pops off, he's got this great picture with him. He has a great picture with Meek Mill.
Yes, he does.
Of course, because Meek Mill and Drake were one-time friends too. But at this point, after everything that's going down, I no longer blame Drake for stuff like this. Like, I blame Meek Mill for the Meek Mill-Drake beef. And I'll tell you why. Meek Mill's now engaged in beef with the game. He's engaged with
Yes,
beef with, like, across the board. He's engaged with beef with Wale. Wale seems to be the nicest, earthiest, down-to-earth guy. If you're beefing with Wale, at some point it's not everyone else. At some point,
No,
it's
no,
you.
no.
What's the
Wale's
sensitive-
not Eric Benet. Wale is
He's-
still a dude from South Florida with a head full
He's
of
not
dreads.
from South Florida. He's from D.C., PG
Yes.
County. I just
And that's
wanna throw
even
that out there.
worse.
It
I
is.
mean, sometimes.
But what you have to understand, they're emotional for Meek. It is when he got into beef with Drake and he got into beef with Wale, it was because they didn't retweet his album and things like
That's
that.
emotional.
So it was more emotional. So I just feel like he's having problems in his friendships, and he
But
kind
what
of
he
takes
didn't
them
understand
out.
at the time was because he had previously been retweeting all of their stuff.
Yes.
So when it was his turn, in his mind,
They should have
Nothing.
supported
His
him.
beef with Wale was over the retweet. His beef with Drake was something totally
Well,
different.
it was it had to do with his album, and then he was like, and he doesn't even write his own rhymes.
Yeah,
but he's
that's
saying that
initial-
he didn't support. That was his initial support.
Well,
was he didn't support
Drake's
something.
beef with Pusha T stems from Pusha T going at Drake from the get-go. There's been this little rivalry between Young Money and Good Music
Yes.
that started way back with Lil Wayne when Lil Wayne was on top and had words with Kanye. And even though there's a friendship that's still underlying there,
Right.
with Pusha T and Drake, there's no love lost. Like, Pusha T really doesn't seem to like Drake. And Drake has just come back. And I can see why, because Pusha T, he's actually from Virginia, and where he comes from, that realism, he really did come at the tail end of the realist movement, that gangster music stuff. I mean, he has some of the most
Right.
gangster songs.
Yes.
To the point where he didn't even like
From
doing
hood
the
to
song
hood
Grinding.
and yard to yard.
But he didn't even like doing that song. Like, he thought that wasn't a street enough song for him, right?
Right.
So he didn't like Drake's emotional content. To which I say, if you don't like something, just don't listen to it. Like, you don't have to listen to it. Even DMX went at Drake and then understood where Drake was coming from and then became Drake's friend. DMX actually went on The Breakfast Club and apologized to Drake. I'm not saying Drake's the easiest guy to get along with. I'm just saying that a lot of people seem to go at Drake now that he's on top. And we need to stop that in hip hop, because you don't see rock stars doing stuff like that.
I think it's different. I think everybody's going at Meek Mill because he's low hanging fruit. He's a stepping stone now, because Drake, off of roasting Meek Mill, put himself in the conversation.
He put himself in the conversation, but still,
what?
that was
As
the
in-
weakest
When people
roast
say
ever.
who
Come
are
on
the
now.
best people doing this right now,
Drake was doing, actually, Meek Mill took Drake out of the conversation, because at one time there was a strong argument for Drake being one of the top lyricists until we found out he wasn't writing his own rhymes. So he can no longer be in the conversation of best lyricist or best MCs, because you're a pop star, you're not a rapper.
Thank you. That's what he's
Right.
an entertainer. He is not a rapper to me.
Which
He is just an entertainer. And
his
for
bio
somebody,
says now, too,
No,
by the
yeah,
way.
but
It
for
does?
somebody
It
like
does. It took
Pusha
off the
T,
word rapper.
yes, but somebody like Pusha T or some of these people that have come up,
He's a
and then
rapper.
he
Pusha
starts
T is a
with
rapper.
started
Right.
from the bottom. Now we're here, and you started from mid level. Like, to watch people portray things that I feel like aren't them. I've always felt like Drake is an actor and a entertainer and not really a rapper. I would go after him too. I'm not really a fan of Drake. I've never been a fan
I mean,
of Drake.
I'm a Drake fan because I enjoy greatness, and I like Pusha T a lot. That Pusha T has some Popeyes is one of my favorite songs. I like Pusha T, but Drake is on top right now, and people keep going at Drake as if he's gonna what's he supposed to do? Sit back and take it? Like, people are using a lot of euphemisms and a lot of cliches and stereotypes because of Drake and where he came from, or the color of his skin because it's lighter than theirs. And they're using that, like, because he's not a street dude, he doesn't have a street sensibility. And that's something that we have to take away. But more importantly, in hip hop, I just feel like all this beef is really not conducive of anything. Why don't we all get together? Like, I wish Drake and Chris Brown were friends and making good music. I wish Drake and Meek Mill were still putting out hits. I liked it when people used to collaborate. There used to be a time, Redman and Method Man, people getting together. You know what I'm saying? One of the best tracks is when Raekwon had Nas, everybody on that one track, and was just killing it. But now it's not like that. People are beef. And before, hip-hop beef used to be friendly. Like, when Nas and Biggie beefed, it came out, kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. We got that song out of it. Now we're just getting a lot of.
I think Kendrick
getting
ended
more-
it by going on a group song and roasting everybody in the industry.
yeah, and
He
I feel
didn't
like
even
it's not
roast,
even.
He just said what a rapper should feel. Rap
Yeah.
is a competitive sport, but
It
I
is.
just feel like when the competition's negative and the outcome is not positive, we need to take a step back. It's not real.
Well, I feel like it's more like they got a couple songs out, but I feel like more of it happens on social media through tweets and memes and things like that they're going more after each other directly on social
Things
media.
get cooked up.
It's
Tricks
so,
all it
fingers
is.
turn to Twitter fingers, which is a great
Kanye
line.
versus
yes,
Wiz
it
Khalifa?
is. It's all a lot
Yeah,
of
but
it
that's
is.
not rap beef. Kanye and Wiz is over a girl, and that's a
No,
real
no, no.
specific
That's
girl.
over a typo that he thought
a
meant
song.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, but it's a
Khalifa
Like, it was
Kush.
over
Yeah.
a girl. They had like an underlying beef because of the Amber Rose. Like obviously Kanye felt some type of way because that's the first thing he went for.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if women were at the center of most of these beefs.
I mean, they do share a lot of girls.
Or they'll drag him in, like they'll drag Nicki in. Like anytime somebody
The
attacks
girls
him, they
jump in
drag
without even being asked.
Nicki in.
Like
What do you
Amber
mean?
Rose just jumped in the last argument. Like, that's why Kanye likes fingers in his butt.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Well, she's a
whoa!
thought,
Talked
so she
about-
does anything.
Whoa,
Nobody
I don't
pulled
wanna
you into
judge,
this.
I don't want to judge
She's a
Amber
whore,
Rose,
anyway.
but I want to say that Kanye attacked Amber Rose in the tweets, and that's not just a girl at this point. This is Wiz Khalifa's baby's mother.
His
Yeah.
ex-wife.
The mother
Ex-wife.
of his child.
Ex-wife.
Wife is great and everything, but once you have a child, that person has become off limit. You are this is the person who my child cries to. I'm sorry. We have to fight at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like I might not kill you for my girlfriend. I might not kill you for my wife. But for the mother of my child, I'm murdering somebody. For my child, I'm murdering someone. If you harm my
I'll murder for my wife.
I just got pregnant. Anyway.
I'll murder for my wife. It's my wife.
It's your wife. Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Jail is full of people that murder for girlfriends and side chicks.
We didn't even talk about the Kid Cudi aspect, which is actually the point of the story. So
that he's in rehab?
At Kid Cudi, and people are really upset at it because they're like, Kid Cudi trying to get his life together. Why would you do that? And they're really mad at Drake for that.
Kid Cudi better get them bars up.
Well,
he got more time now. He's not drunk.
You know what? He got time to write.
Whatever he's rehabbing from, he got time to write. He said that's what you do when you're in lockup. You see all the people in jail scribbling on the wall.
But there's a difference between lockup and being in rehab, and especially when somebody, because he's mentally, not stable, so that could help send him in a downward spiral as well, and that's what people are worried about.
What I'm gonna do is not comment on things I haven't lived through. I don't know about rehab, but I do know about time. And if you're cutting things out of your life, you have more time. Wow. He should be able to write something or contact someone who writes for Drake and have a good comeback.
I'm actually really disappointed that you said that because I wanted to say that. Thank you, Nate Jackson.
You're welcome.
That's real.
Before we move on, I have to point something out that you said. People do not go after Drake because he's light-skinned, because Ice-T was the lightest of all times and was one of the most hardcore people ever. So that was at a different time when the whole concept of light skin didn't enter the conversation at that time. Like that wasn't like that's why Drake people debarged it up in the later 90s. Like when Ice-T was making music, no one even thought to think that he was light-skinned. Like, that wasn't even a part of a conversation. I just don't feel like that has anything to do with
until now. And now he's been a cop ever since. He's been a cop. He's been a cop in every
They all have. Ice Cube, Ice-T, any cold beverage name rapper is straight up being the po-pos. Yeah. All right, so speaking of ex-wives, former Bull, Scottie Pippen, and his wife of 19 years, Larsa Pippen, are apparently heading for divorce, and some say the rapper Future is to blame.
Oh.
Everyone's saying that right now.
Again, according to sources, Future and Larsa have been extremely cozy lately, and the reason being, in Future's words, possibly because Pippen did not give him an autograph or a picture when he was a young fan.
Police can't touch
the former couple have 4 children together.
Let me tell you about that grudge, though, and that's the type of grudge I would hold. Are you telling me since he was a kid, he has been holding on to this, and he's like, oh, that's something I would do, though.
I would, too. It depends on how hard Scottie curved him. And that's why you got to be careful. We're all stars in our own right, and we're all growing our careers, man. We got to be careful who we shun, because you don't know who's going to turn into what.
Who shun us. I'm going to say that real quick.
We'll say that now.
Yeah.
All right, shun.
Yeah,
shun.
That's the thing. Like, Future and Larsa have been together. They've been spotted together. They got pictures together. They're out at events together.
Check this picture out.
I mean, clearly something's going on. And Scottie Pippen had stepped out on Larsa with an actress or two.
Okay.
And so Larsa's filed for divorce and is smashing
Okay, so this
Future.
is the situation.
That looks very friendly. I can't judge that picture and say something's happening.
It's something is happening, but listen.
Future, look, there's some people.
Listen, before you say that.
That looks like love.
No.
Listen.
Look where her hand is placed.
No. Hey.
It is involved. Now go back to the other picture.
Yeah, that looks
her hand is over on her hip like, this my homeboy.
No. That looks like don't bring the blacks to the game. That's what that is.
Let me tell you something.
Don't bring blacks to the game.
Thing is, the background's so dark, I can't see if there's any other brothers or sisters in the back.
No, that's just him. And you know what? That one looks cozy. I picked the coziest looking one.
Yeah.
They have other pictures that aren't.
We skipped over something that I
Okay.
need to bring up because you guys just said, and it has to do with
people
Future.
In the back.
Listen,
There's
after you're done,
right
because
there.
you need
Somebody's
to hear
wearing
this.
That.
Those are. Oh yeah, I see him. I just see the silver and not the head. Listen. We're saying that this is Future to blame, but what you just said is that Scottie cheated on her with the actress. That's where it started. Allegedly. But if your marriage is secure, nobody can break that up. So this isn't Future's fault. Whatever the hell Scottie was doing left it open for Future to come in and take
it's never the man's fault. It's never the mistress and mistress's fault. She's gonna do that with whoever. You could scribble Future out and insert new dude. Derrick Rose.
It could be the mistress's
You can insert
fault.
another man.
It could be the mistress's fault. I saw that movie with homeboy. Who's the good-looking black gentleman?
Me?
No, Nate. the other good-looking black gentleman. That's man.
You
he was just in a movie where he was with his wife and they brought.
Morris
they had
Chestnut?
the surrogate. It was called The Surrogate.
Oh yes, the when the bow breaks.
Yeah, When the Bow Breaks.
Yes, Morris Chestnut.
Yeah, Morris Chestnut. Yo, that name. Honestly, if he went a different way, he'd be a porn star. But that movie, like the girl came in and then just kept going for it, and then it happened. It happened.
Insert any woman, I think. If your marriage is strong, can't nobody get into it.
And who's really talking about Future right now anyway, besides the host? When you're not rallying around the Sierra situation, we haven't really even been talking about him. So maybe this is just another relevancy.
And Sierra just dropped her charges against him. So
yeah.
And changed them. So I think anything that keeps Future busy and out of the Seattle Seahawks business is a plus for the city.
For your city.
For my city.
We're not all from Seattle.
Scottie Pippen will be fine.
Still a Washington.
Scottie Pippen will be fine. He already has enough evidence to get out of his marriage without having to give her half of his stuff.
Larsa was the one who filed for divorce, so she's going to clearly win a huge settlement. They have 4 children, and this is his second divorce. She's going to win a huge settlement and come off fine. The point is,
if she's cheating.
She's not technically cheating once they've separated.
Yeah, they're separated and she filed.
So she's separated, filed, and then went straight with the Future, and they had been friends. So they're saying that that's not the root of the divorce, but that's like an ongoing temper flaring problem that might cause Scottie Pippen
if he can post date their interactions, he'll be fine in court.
Not if she has all the stuff about him, which started all this.
Yeah, but if they're in court going, and then she, and then he, and then she, and then
usually
he,
court
like
will side
nobody.
The woman.
Court will side with the woman and especially the mother.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about Larsa or her financial situation.
Her future is straight.
We'll see. Her future is fine. I mean,
her future's bright.
He's got a lot of championship money that he hasn't touched. And hopefully we'll see this play out.
What's the age difference between these two?
137
Yeah, it's
years.
got to be, because Scottie is like 3,000. Right?
Scottie's old. I mean, he's older.
And Future's what?
And she's good looking, and I don't see Scottie Pippen being a really good looking guy.
No, Scottie looks like the eagle on the front of the boat off the Muppets.
Rich.
You're putting an eagle? I gave him horse. He's
Have you
like
seen the Muppets? The old man on the front of the boat?
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he looks like those old men or the eagle, Muppet eagle. We don't have a picture of it, but just imagine from your childhood.
Google it.
Yeah.
A Muppet eagle.
All right,
What do you think Scottie Pippen looks like?
Yeah, leave that in the comments below. Scottie Pippen looked like, this is how we want you to do it. Do it like young black children roasting in a recess yard. Blank Blake looking ass. That's what I want. Scottie Pippen with his blank looking ass.
Wasn't there a song like that?
Yeah, there was a looking ass song. Yeah. That's what started all this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about this next story, number 3. In more rapper news, Jay-Z will perform in Cleveland at a concert aimed to get black voters out to support Hillary Clinton. Reminiscent of his campaigning for Obama, Jay-Z is throwing full support behind the Democratic nominee. No details have been announced yet.
Yeah, he's doing a concert in Cleveland for Hillary Clinton. He did the same thing for Obama. The big thing with this story, in my opinion, is that Jay-Z is the best politician I know. Like, he picks the winner and then backs them and then has that clout. Yeah. And has that presidential clout. Because to get to the president of the United States, that's real.
Yeah.
Like, that's real power to me. And he has, like, a direct line to Barack.
He's always at the White House. I swear, them guys are always up there, ain't they?
Well, Beyonce sang at Barack's inauguration.
Yeah.
Like, they are very close.
Yes.
Furthermore, the story's not in here, but did you guys by chance see the footage of the cracking ass party they had at the White House?
Just recently. And Beyonce
I'm talking about Obama was hitting the folks and dabbing.
And Michelle
was twerking in the corner.
Ass.
Yeah.
She had ass in that dress.
She had
slaying.
Nice assets.
The POTUS's wife.
Yeah.
The WOTUS.
POTAS.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, so that's good. Jay-Z, do your thing.
I mean,
because ain't nobody doing concerts for Trump.
I like when artists, actually there are.
Yes,
but,
I was going to say.
Who? The Klan?
Yes.
But I like when artists get involved in politics because it is our civic duty. So I hope you all at home are also being involved, especially in this election.
I finally registered to vote in California.
There you go.
Because I usually do all my stuff through Washington.
I still do my stuff in Washington.
Yeah, because I care about my state.
I write in and I write in.
Yeah. So,
You guys got to vote. If you can't vote.
I'm going to ask Tehran everybody I should vote for outside.
Most people don't tell you who to vote for, but please vote Hillary.
Yeah, that's the thing. Don't forget, every single state is voting for the representatives, and 34 senators are also up for re-election. So this is an important vote, not just for the president, but for everything else going on. You want some change?
And for the Supreme Court. Yeah, be the
Yes.
change you seek in your life. Story number 4. Serial's Adnan Syed, whose podcast broke records and was the focus of his murder conviction, has officially launched a bid to be released from prison. The podcast casted doubt on the now 35-year-old Adnan's guilt over the murder of his girlfriend, Hyman Lee. I'm going to go with Hyman.
Ooh, Hyman.
Hyman Lee in 1999, for which he was sentenced to life in prison in 2000.
Yeah, that was a big deal. If you guys...
So let me break this down in layman's terms, because I did not know before the show. But essentially, Adnan Syed got sentenced to life in jail, and there was a podcast based around his trial, his sentencing, just his side of the story.
At like 17 or 18, by the way. He was like 18 years old.
Right. So he was a young man. And now there's been enough light shed on it that it has reopened the book on his case.
Because of this podcast. The podcast Serial came out, and it became a phenomenon. It became a podcast phenomenon, breaking in records. People are listening to the story of Adnan Syed, and all these little loopholes and holes in the story, and the prosecution and judge actually granted 6 months ago Adnan a new trial, and now he's launching his release. So, I mean, this is off of a podcast.
Right.
You know what's crazy about that? I feel like going to the public now is a big thing, just like making it a murderer on Netflix. It's like people are giving their side of the story, people are investigating the side of the story, and people are in such an outrage. It's causing so much attention to this, and I feel like there's a lot of situations where maybe this can be done and used repeatedly to help other people get out of jail.
In Adnan's case, there were several pieces of information that the prosecution never turned over to the defense, and that's actually very much illegal.
Right.
And these are pieces that had the prosecution had, or had the jury had at the time, or had the defense had, or the jury had, they may have not found him guilty. I mean, this is a very serious crime to sentence an 18-year-old, graduating high school student to life in prison is a big, and this is something that the prosecution has taken lightly, and we've seen cases like this. I mean, let's not even count the countless amount of people, especially black people, who are being released from jails because of DNA evidence that's finally being done and turned over now. That existed at the time. And people, I mean, even there was
a woman who just got
Central Park 5 was a big deal.
That was big. And then the woman, she just got arrested because it was like over 500,000 cases. She altered the DNA evidence.
She altered the DNA, the young lady. And she
for
was actually
African American,
a woman of color herself, which was crazy. And she was making it just so black people were guilty. And so this is a big thing. So I don't know if he did it or not. If you actually bring up a picture of Adnan Syed, please. He looks guilty. But I'm not
he looks upset that he...
I'm not even going to joke about that. I know it's a joke. It's just pure joke.
Look, that's a murder.
Tehran's playing.
It's the
I'm
goofy
Middle Eastern. I can say a lot of stuff.
Just kidding.
I'm not. He looked guilty. Like here, he looked innocent. But let's go to the other picture.
No, here he looks like a guilty baker.
Guilty. Look.
Go back to the guilty. He can make the hell out of a cupcake, but he's gonna stab it after.
What? He
looks like collageno off of a Bronx Tale.
Oh, that's a good one. He looks to me in that picture. He looked like the scapegoat. He
looks like every black dude in Philadelphia right there.
You know who I thought that was behind him?
Who?
It's a comedian.
Oh,
Rudy Manascusco.
Oh gosh.
I can't see that well enough to know.
Keisha.
Oh, Hunter that? And it does look like
it's hilarious. So we'll see what happens, but it is very interesting that all this came about.
We shall see. Hopefully the podcast will set him free. Bars. Story number 6. Beyonce and Rihanna have...
Who's Beyonce?
Beyonce.
You don't know Beyonce?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's when Beyonce and Rihanna do things together. Beyonce.
Oh,
that's
Beyonce.
when the Beehive and the Navy come together.
They never do anything together.
Except for Jay-Z. So Beyonce and Rihanna, backup dancer Shirlene Quigley from North Bergen, New Jersey, has been missing since Sunday morning, where she was seen at the Port Authority bus terminal in Manhattan. Rihanna and Missy Elliott have taken to social media asking their fans to help search for the missing dancer. They found her car, Midtown Dance Studio, where she teaches.
Yeah, so this is an interesting story. This missing poster of her right there looking like she's popping a squat on some rock near the beach has been going super viral.
Yes.
Missy Elliott, Rihanna, a lot of superstars posting. Now, I don't know who this girl is, Shirlene Quigley. I mean, obviously, she's someone who's very near and dear.
Say it.
And apparently a very good person to these people. I don't know who she is. I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
She's missing. She's missing.
Okay.
Nate. So all I have to say is, if you've seen this person, if you know anything about her whereabouts, her father is taken to social media as well. Please contact authorities or contact someone. People are calling in all these miscellaneous New York authorities based on this because she was found her like the last time she was seen was at the bus authority and everything. People just calling in miscellaneous false tips. Please don't.
But you gotta follow all the tips. Please don't give false tips.
Yeah, because
I wish I could find her. She's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
She's a very nice, lovely. She can get it, dog. She can get it.
I told you to say it already. I don't know why you were.
I was trying to hold it back, but why take her?
That's what they're looking for. They saw her at the bus station. Like, nah, she coming up off that.
And everyone's coming up with a theory. I'm thinking it's a boyfriend.
Yeah,
I think
ex-boyfriend or a stalker or somebody who just wants uninterrupted her.
I don't know.
Because I think if you're at a bus station as well too, it's hard to snatch somebody. So sometimes you'll go with somebody you trust or somebody that you know, and then you end up missing. That's why I say it's usually like a boyfriend or something like that.
Why is she at a bus station?
Especially since she had a car and her car was still in Midtown. I don't know. We don't know. Like
maybe she went to go meet somebody.
Apparently she'd been
plenty of fish. You dating sites. You
don't
on a
know.
bus?
Erratic messages.
I'll get on a bus and meet you there.
She's been giving off erratic messages to certain people too. So I mean, we don't know the full story, but it's very scary because you don't think people at a certain age, at some age, you think I'm not getting kidnapped anymore.
That's some true shit.
Because she's grown. She's grown. Bite, kick, beat the heck out of you.
But they do snatch grown ass people all the time. Especially again, a lot of times when that happens, you knew the person or you trusted the person, so you willingly went with them, and then you never make it back out of the situation.
That's why they're like, oh, there was no forced entry and things like that.
Exactly. Even when we talk about things like murder, people always murder. We think, oh, black guy in the hood. That's what the media says. Actually, the person most likely to murder you is probably in this room right now. In the room you are right now. You are 66% percent chance more likely to be murdered by someone you know.
Yeah.
By far. Not even close. 70% of all murders is people in your life. Friend, family, coworker.
Really?
Yes. 100%. So
I've heard of people switching for that reason.
What do you mean?
Switching. You kill somebody I know that you don't know, and I kill somebody you know that I don't know.
Oh, so
completely a clean swap.
Yo, that's some psycho.
There's even movies about that.
I mean, I know what you're talking about.
But a lot of stuff is crime of passion, saying that this is very well what that can be as well. What I'm hoping too, I mean, not selfishly, but for somebody, if they did kidnap her, that with all these celebrities, that maybe the greed will be like, well, look, I got a ransom for her since all you celebrities want to come together, and now you guys drop the money and I'll give her back. I hope it's something where they can.
Right, but this is the thing. This is, and I.
That's true.
I'm not wishing this on anyone because I want them to find her, but it seems to me like it is a
done deal.
No, not I want to say done deal, but it seems like it's more often than not when it is a grown, attractive woman that it is a situation with the ex or some type of thing if I can't have you, no one can type situation to where it's not we just gonna find her walking around in
I
Brooklyn.
hope that isn't the case, but at the same time, I have to be honest. I care because celebrities care, but honestly, I don't know if I really care about the story. A lot of people go missing, but because celebrities have focused on this one young lady, and we're not allowed to say this because it's not politically correct, and it's not nice to say, but the truth of the matter is, if Rihanna and Beyonce and Missy Elliott didn't care about her, neither would we. And we have to re-examine that value that we have as well. Because honestly, she's pretty, but so are the other 100 missing women.
Right, but they're doing that because they have a personal relationship with her as a backup dancer. So,
that's their friend. They know her.
Sure, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
My friend,
otherwise, they're going to turn their whole platform into just different missing people.
Which is on Instagram. I have probably posted, since I've had Instagram, maybe 200 missing kids stories. But
you have?
And probably 2 adults, but the missing kids. There's a lot of missing kids, and I probably put up about 200 stories since I've seen a lot of people on my timeline putting them up. So I mean, people are doing it. I didn't post this one, but I kept seeing it. So
they're gonna find her. Hopefully, she's alive.
That's what we hope.
I hope so too. I hope you come home soon, Shirlene.
So on a lighter note.
Not yet. Okay. Yet. I need you to talk about this next story.
Okay.
Because I need to understand this next story.
Okay, so I will just read it. I've been asked about this story no less than 25 times. We have 2 minutes to break this thing down.
Okay.
We're good.
All I ask for as a member of the fraternity that is in question is the last word. Someone call 911 because Black Twitter is on fire with new videos showing members of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, the illustrious fraternity that I so dearly love. Q dogs showing their asses for Harambe. Many are questioning the fraternity, which is known for their masculinity. Here's the clip.
Here's the clip, guys. I saw this.
I loved it. Oh, I want to be in the middle of that.
Those are all Q's, Nate?
Yes.
Those are all my frat brothers.
Do you know any of them?
No, I thought I knew that fat one right there that's struggling across the screen right there. There's somewhere, I think, in the deep south.
I saw a couple butts.
All right, you can stop it. Now, I'll assess it this way. If you are outside of the MPHC Greek situation, you have no understanding of this. This is just a bunch of naked dudes to you.
Yes.
If you are inside of it, you can look at it and you be like, Well, they are the Qs. If you are a Q, you'd be like, I get it.
What do you get? I need to understand.
Can I jump in and say this? When I see
Are
this,
you not allowed to tell us what we get?
No, I can tell you exactly.
It's not about not getting it. Listen, when I've been arguing with people online about this because a lot of people are, and there's nothing wrong with being gay, but people are saying, oh, this is gay and this is crazy. Every Omega party I went to, their butts were out. There was nothing. It's just a part of the party. It's I don't know.
We
That's
got nice
masculine
butts.
to me. They got nice butts. They're out. Like, I have so many pictures next
For
to
the
Omega
ladies.
booties. I love it. I love when they get naked. I've seen Qs get full blown naked in the middle of the party. I love it. They're confident.
But why?
They don't care.
Why is that a thing? I mean, it's just inappropriate to me.
Is it
You
inappropriate?
call it inappropriate. We call it lit. It's
Yes.
outstanding. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is literally this is the equation of you take a lot of machismo and masculinity, you take love for fraternity, and you take the presence of women, and you pour alcohol on thirst. This is what that is. This is what gets.
So that didn't look like a room full of drunk guys. That looked like a room full of drunk guys
they
who were about to take their pants off and just dance around.
No. So this is what you have to understand.
There's hella women on the outside of the circle. Tall women on the outside.
You can even hear them. You can play it back one more time. You're gonna hear them chanting, "Oh
Play it from where you
my
are.
God," and then you will hear massive amounts of deltas whooping. It's earlier than this.
No, but this is it. Just
No, listen.
I was seeing more butts.
They wouldn't even know.
You hear that?
Sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of women there.
If even at a certain point,
But why?
listen. That's ladies, and even around the outside of the party is women.
A lot of ladies go to gay bars. Just having ladies there doesn't mean it's not a.
You can stop the video.
It's not a homosexual activity.
But this is not.
It seems from the outside it looks very gay to me.
Okay, no one's touching. You don't see two dudes hanging on to each other. You don't see nobody butt cheek to butt cheek.
Sure.
They're all in unison. That is a choreographed dance. I don't know why they aren't doing more chants. There's even a brother humping the ground. That's an imaginary woman. Did they do too much? Yes. There's one that's literally, I was like, come on, Q. Like it's
not necessarily doing too much. It's
wearing
usually
bicycle shorts.
It's
that was
usually not seen
Chances
like this.
no.
It's usually not seen.
It's not filmed. This is the end of a party. This is in the wee hours of the morning. The whole party happened. Everybody's been dancing. This is the end. People have moved to outside the party. Then the bruhs start hopping and stepping. So
this happens
This
often?
is normal, yes.
At the end of every Q party. Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't know about butts being out like this.
I've seen them butt naked.
We're at the end of our broadcast, guys.
Yes.
Leave your comments at the bottom of the video. Tell me if you think that was gay activity or if you think that could potentially be just masculine fraternity energy with alcohol poured on it that women like Kanisha love.
I love the
I've been Nate Jackson. Catch me on Wildin' Out. Tehran Von Ghasri.
I am Tehran. All across social media. Please find me. Tell your friends. I need the Instagram followers. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, please.
Follow him.
Tehran.
Bye, Kanisha Buss. Kanisha
At
is
Mr.
comedy.
Nate Jackson. Kanisha is comedy. I am Tehran.
I need to hear more about this cute thing.
We'll tell you later. Hit us up on social media if you need more.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.